Do you like Costco? Do you ever go to Costco?
Oh, someone said we talked about Costco today about their hot dogs because I think Michael Penix said something about that.
Yeah. So I want to transition to the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. is in Costco with his girlfriend. Finds out he's going to be the quarterback. He's starting.
How about that?
How about that? You never forget that
you're
moment.
You're at Costco and you're like, you're going to be the starter. You're 7-7, 3 games left. Let's go, man. Let's go to playoffs. Better take us there.
I wonder what he was buying in bulk. Like, what could you possibly be getting? That maybe he was just getting dinner.
They got a lot of cool stuff.
I find myself walking around Costco. I don't actually purchase into Costco. You know,
good prices too.
See, don't believe that. I've had this debate with my family members. I think in some cases and with some products it's worth it. You know what may have not been worth it for the Falcons? Paying Kirk Cousins a 4-year, $180 million contract in March. He's owed $27.5 million, guaranteed in 25.
Next year,
they can move things around. I don't think Kirk is going to do anything right now. Obviously, he could ask for release. I don't gather that that's going to be something he does over the next few weeks. I think they're going to take some time here to try to figure out, all right, what's next? And I'm sure they're going to have a good communications because the Falcons run good business. Raheem's fantastic. Terry Fontenot does a good job. I think they'll all probably come up with a way to figure this out. So I want to start with Michael Penix Jr. with you, knowing that I know you've checked out some of his play.
Oh yeah.
Can you give me in just a short version of what we can maybe expect to see from Michael Penix Jr.?
Yeah. So I studied him quite a bit actually in the draft because he was the biggest question mark, right? Washington, I think he was 23-5 in his college career. Obviously went to the playoffs last year, drafted 8th overall, sort of the surprise pick of the draft, right? Lefty, which you don't see a lot of lefty quarterbacks in this league. And I think that's telling. But for me, when I watch him on Tate in the draft and when I watch him this preseason, extremely strong arm, extremely accurate passer down the field. So these go balls that we talk about, I'd say he's the most accurate downfield passer of the entire draft class, including Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, all those guys. It's a really good draft class. Sort of a statue in the pocket. But I liked him coming out. I think he's got a really good career ahead of him. And what I want people to know too, this isn't some developmental project. He's 24 years old. He's played a lot of football games. So he's very ready for this opportunity. And I mean, it's a huge opportunity because they're 7-7 right now, 3 games left. They're a game back from the Bucks, and if they in a tied record, they own the tiebreaker because they beat the Bucks twice this year. So a lot of stuff on the line, a lot of moving pieces on the line. I was surprised, Dianna, if I'm being serious, that they benched Kirk after a win. I know he threw that bad interceptions, but you usually don't bench quarterbacks after you win a game.
It's true. I was talking to some people around the league outside the Falcons building about it. And I always love before decisions are made, just asking people who make these kind of decisions too in their buildings. And no one said to bench Kirk, which is interesting, right? Like everyone was against this. It's like everything the Falcons does, the Falcons do it. People are like, yeah, I wouldn't do that, but that's what they're doing, right? Like even when they drafted Penix Jr., remember? It was like, what?
Yes, like what's happening?
And don't get me wrong, there's a part of me that's like, well, maybe they were right here. You know what I was wondering actually when I saw this? And I've thought this season. I think you and I kind of touched on it once or twice. What if he'd stayed in Minnesota? What kind of year are they having?
Well,
I wonder if he regrets it.
I don't know if they're having as good a year as he is as Sam Darnold, though. I mean, Darnold's 12-2.
I know.
Kirk never had that start in Minnesota. So, I mean, I don't
just
know.
Go back to thinking about, like,
Kirk said he didn't want 1-year deals, and he got a 1-year deal here. Like, that's what's crazy. It's such
everything
a
he didn't want came back to bite him. He didn't want a rookie quarterback drafted. Yeah. Michael Penix Jr. drafted. He didn't want 1-year deal. He gets a 1-year deal. Like, well, we will see. Here's the thing with Kirk, right? He's made a lot of money in his career. He's been through everything. And I think that's really where the fan base has kind of rallied around him over the years. I think he's shown a side to him that's like, look, I can battle through. And I'm sure he will here. So we'll see. But I'm excited to see what Michael Penix Jr. I hope he's awesome. I hope he carries his team into the playoffs.
Well, they got 2 easy games. They have Giants, Panthers, and then Commanders sandwich in between, which is a tough game. But everything's in front of them. Like, they can beat Giants, Panthers. Panthers have been playing well, but Commanders Sunday Night Football in 2 weeks will be a game to watch.
Yes. Thanks for tuning into Scoop City. If you want to hear more, make sure you like and subscribe. We drop our new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.